Welcome to round 2 of the AMA Motocross National Outdoor Series. 125's getting ready at the gate right now. All kinds of nerves. We've got riders coming back from injury like Mikel Pichon, who was out 3 months with a broken femur. A very cool Ricky Carmichael.
Yeah, he doesn't ever seem nervous. A lot like Jeremy. There's some ice for Steve Lamson's hand, so it's hard to tell if he's going to be 100% or not. We'll find out soon enough.
His first race coming back off the injured list, and Kevin Windham expected to challenge for the 125 title this year.
It's going to be tough for Lamson, the second straight year coming off injury, but these new young guns, Carmichael and Windham, want that title bad.
Back on March 2nd, the first round, Ricky Carmichael won the overall as we take a look at the Suzuki Series point standings, and let's take a look at the track map.
Layout's the same as it was last year, but today it's the opposite direction.
Problems already.
Made some weird noise and just lost all his power. I don't know, I think it might be season.
So you're going to get your backup bike?
If there is one, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Go, Lammy!
The frustration of having to be at the gate without a bike, not knowing if it's coming from the pits, David Bailey.
That messes with your concentration, that's for sure. I couldn't get my 500 started one year, and DeCoster was over there, the pro at starting a 500. They didn't bring my bike to the line until the last minute.
Art Ekman and David Bailey bringing you the play-by-play of the first moto of the 125s. We've got Marty Reed in the pits. Marty's going to be busy. Here comes Ali Seymour, the mechanic, with the bike. Oh, what a feeling this must be for Kevin Windham to get that bike in time.
Oh, what a guy like to have riding it through the pits like that, like Seymour. Everyone's getting out of his way.
He was a pretty good rider in his day, wasn't he?
He was. He knows how to get through the pits in a hurry. I think they let him slide on this one, riding through there quickly without a helmet.
30-second board is up. When that goes sideways, the riders will start revving it up. 5 to 10 seconds before the gate will drop now for moto number 1 of the 125s from Hangtown. They're off. And a great start by McCarmichael, but look at there, Kevin Windham. More problems with the bike, and it doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't, but it looks great for Carmichael.
Carmichael, Craig, Lamson, Robbie Raynard, and Sheik. We've got a lot of Hondas behind that Kawasaki. More problems for Windham. Let's go down to Marty Reed to check in with him.
Kevin, what happened?
Coming off the outlap, I don't know, just made some weird noise and lost all his power. Some sort of seize or something. I couldn't get it fixed.
So nobody knows right now. You just have to go back and try and get ready for second moto?
I don't know what happened to it. They haven't told me anything.
Kevin Windham looking very dejected, and, well, he quite possibly could see the championship going right down the drain here, David.
Absolutely. It's going to be tough to make that up, especially with the way Carmichael's been riding. He doesn't even want to watch this race.
Look at here, number 70, Ricky Carmichael, Pro Circuit. He's really starting to cut out a lead for himself right here in the first moto.
That's his strength. If he gets the lead, he goes for it. He's aggressive all the time, and you hear people say, well, if he just use his head a little bit more and be smart, but that's not what makes him so fast. Right now he's going for it, trying not to let these guys see any of his lines.
Good battle for second place. Craig in second, number 15. That's Lammy in third, and Raynard is right on his tail.
Raynard can stay in contact with these guys and get through the first 4 or 5 laps of this race without arm pump, which we've seen happen to him before, especially in the indoors, then I think he'll be okay because he's strong, he's definitely in shape.
Well, Robbie Raynard already with one big accomplishment. He finished a full Supercross season so far anyway, without injury. Oh, look at the battle now for third. Number 24 in the Primal Honda, Robbie Raynard giving chase to Steve Lamson. Bar-to-bar action now between the two Hondas.
Lots of lines out here too. Look at all the berms in this corner. You can go inside, outside, and stay pretty dead even.
Our battle for third here for the 125 moto number 1. Art Ekman, David Bailey, and Marty Reed bringing you the action. Number 24, Robbie Raynard to the outside. And it's Raynard getting the edge. Oh, they have to brake very rapidly coming down that hill, David.
Yeah, it's a lot steeper than it looks like on camera. Coming down there and trying to get stopped. The braking bumps coming into that corner are going to get choppy. Here's another look. Raynard comes out of the corner up top. Nice. You see him working that bike a lot. Using a lot of body English. It's a sign of confidence and actually being a little bit relaxed, able to put that bike where you want it. It's working right now for Raynard.
What's that got to do for Steve Lamson coming back from injury?
Well, it's not helping him at all. And now he's got his teammate Sheik starting to creep into the picture, and that'll be interesting to see what happens there. If he gets around, I think that'll probably take all the wind out of Steve's sails.
Craig would just as soon forget his 250 Supercross season as Robbie Raynard shows him another wheel. This time he's not going to give up. Robbie Raynard moves into second place. Oh, he's very fast, but Our leader, Ricky Carmichael, is picking up a half second to a second per lap out in front.
That's another look at the pass. Raynard's that's been pushing Craig. May have forced Craig to go into that corner a little hard, take the outside line, and like I said earlier, he's working that bike side to side, putting it where he wants, found that inside groove. He's able to make a good, clean pass. Coming through one of those fast sections there, it's a little bit one line. It's important, though, to stay as close as possible, so when there is some more place to pass, you're close enough to do it.
Lammy with a little bobble on the turn, and Scott Cheek moves into third place. Robbie Raynard has got quite a lead on them for second, and then Ricky Carmichael way out in front.
Well, Sheik gets a nice drive coming out of that right-hander over this jump. Kind of surprised. Didn't look like he had that much of a distance over Lamson to get into that inside rut. He could have clipped his front wheel right there, but they both got through there safe. Lamson just backed off a little bit and let him have the line.
It was this type of playground that Scott Cheek opened the eyes of the team Honda, that's for sure. Nice to have that factory support right now. His mechanic is Bobby Weindorf. Let's listen to the 125s. Michael Craig makes the move. And Lamson moves back one more spot. He must feel like a pincushion about now.
Well, I think that might be over now. Like I said, back behind him, it's going to be quite a while before anybody else can catch up unless he fades worse. But this can't feel too good for a guy with a #1 plate on his bike looking for another title to keep dropping position.
A very encouraging ride for number 15, Michael Craig.
He's been riding good, doing better and better. Although he's had some problems this year indoors, missed some races, he sure bounced back and had a good finish in Dallas, and looking good today so far.
Welcome back to Hangtown as we take a look at number 27, Mikel Pichon, and it's a very good first moto back from injury for Mikel, who broke a femur trying to qualify for the opening Supercross in Los Angeles. Oh, remember that was a gruesome crash. He missed the entire Supercross season except for, we hope he'll be at the final race at Las Vegas now, but I'm really surprised to see him back so soon. He was out 3 months, but a broken femur.
Well, to us, it does seem awfully quick, but for him, I can tell you, it must have seemed like forever. And it's a great line right there, cutting all the way across, missing all those holes.
Let's take a look back to the Los Angeles Coliseum in early January. Oh, Pichon goes head over heels. Mikel Pichon, fighting for third, is down.
Oh, that's terrible. You saw his leg get crunched right there between the jump and the motorcycle. He got a little out of shape right there, and he just couldn't straighten it out. There was too many obstacles coming.
I'm feeling good. I've been working pretty hard the last 3 weeks. I've been home for 2 months during January, February, and March, and trying to get in shape. And actually, I'm pretty happy because I can ride almost as good as before. I have the good speed. Now I'm gonna see this afternoon how it's gonna feel for 30 minutes moto. I didn't ride at all Supercross, so I'm gonna focus on the 125 outdoor. I missed the first round, but there's 12 to go, so maybe, hopefully, if I can get a good result, I'd like to get top 5 and top 3 in the championship.
A reasonable approach for the young man who seems to be losing his French accent the longer he stays in the United States.
Well, that's a good goal to have. I mean, it's very realistic to see him finishing in the top 3, especially in the top 5. The outdoors, where he picks lines, is good at choosing lines, is his strength, but actual strength was his weakness. It has been in the past. We'll see if that changes a little bit this year. The leg injury may help him. He may have physical training become more of a part of his routine now.
Casey Johnson, number 32, is putting the clamps on him, though. Mikel Pichon trying to hold on to 6th place right here. Casey Johnson himself having a femur problem earlier in his career.
Yeah, the round 2 at LA, Pichon showed up in a chair. He was in a wheelchair with a cast on his leg, and
oh, there he goes. Casey Johnson into 6th.
yeah, Casey came over and was talking to him. He goes, yeah, is it hurting? Is it this? Is it that? Here's another look. Casey diving into that inside berm, able to make that thing stick to the inside and still carry the same amount of speed. A great pass, but Casey had broke a femur himself, and let him know that, oh yeah, it's going to hurt for a little while, and then this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and you'll be fine.
They're taking on Steve Lamson. Lamson kind of getting out of the way now as Casey Johnson moves up to 5th place. Lamson back to 6th. Now he's got Mikel Pichon in 7th to contend with.
Yeah, I thought with the lead that Lamson had over these guys that he'd be off the hook, but they reeled him in pretty quick, and his problems aren't over because Pichon is definitely faster at the moment.
It says something for the speed of Casey Johnson in recovering from a semi-poor start. And, of course, the endurance factor now with Mikel Pichon coming back on the scene. Here comes Pichon over that finish line jump, cutting to the inside on Lammy. Little anticlimactic, really, as the checkered flag goes up. Robbie Raynard a lonely second place. Scott Sheik nailing down third. Can anyone catch Ricky Carmichael? He got the whole shot in the first moto. Let's check it out here in the first turn. It's Michael Craig, number 15, with a hole shot. Oh, and Barry gets tied up in that first corner. Brock Sellards, number 80 as well.
Look how clean Craig is.
Ricky Carmichael is looking for his third consecutive moto victory on this young season. But can he get around Michael Craig? Craig with a good strong finish in moto number 1. Here comes number 70. Goodbye. Oh my goodness.
That was unbelievable. That's a tough section. That's where Jeff Stanton went down a few years back.
Michael Craig coming out of the European Supercross season, the best shape of his life, winning the final 2 races in Geneva. Here comes Kevin Windham, though, to make the pass. As I was going to say, though, Craig having all kinds of injury problems. Broken hand at Gator back in the first round, and then he broke an angel wing at the Houston Astrodome.
Another look at Windham moving by on the inside. Just charges up into that hill a little harder. Goes for the inside. He has to climb over that little inside bump, though, before he drops down the hill, but didn't matter. He controlled the corner, and Sheik has got to be the guy on the move.
Oh, the challenge isn't over with for Michael Craig. Sheik easily to the inside. Here's a battle for second place. Scotty Sheik, Team Honda, taking on Kevin Windham. I didn't expect this. Oh, look at that. Sheik almost lost it fishtailing right around the mechanics area, but he comes right back.
Wow.
Scotty Sheik with a great move to the outside. His third consecutive moto victory. Ricky Carmichael.
There we go. Sideways is the board. Here comes the big board, Mike.
We're ready to go for moto number 1, and they're off. There's Jeremy in the middle, but Jeremy doesn't have the greatest start. It's Jeff Emig, the whole shot.
Jeff just got a great jump out of there, and he's got Doug Henry on that 4-stroke right behind him. And look at the lead Emig's got already.
Number 6 Honda, Troy's Larry Ward, and the Arena Cross champion, number 19, Buddy Anthonez, are behind Doug Henry. McGrath was 9th out of the first turn. Here comes Albertine, number 8, Team Suzuki.
Still trying different lines. Gets around him on the outside. There wasn't a lot of room there, but he made it work.
Yeah, that was a good close call. Albertine now moving into 4th, with Dowd taking a little bobble there, getting caught in the rut. Anthonez still holding on. Oh, there goes Ezra Lusk. Did you see the flag guy get out of the way? We were mentioning that Hughes had fast practice times. He was a 2:01. Henry, a 2:02, was right there with the other 2 strokes, the other fast ones. Inside move, Larry Ward, a little bar bang in there. Boy, these 250s are starting to rut up the track.
All those berms are getting deeper and deeper, and where there was a hole, that hole's worse.
Look at Henry, almost left the leg behind. And Ryan Hughes moves in front, and here comes Albertine. Albertine, 2 bikes now getting in front of Henry. Could Henry be tiring a little bit? 5 wins in Supercross this year, leading that series by 13 points going into the final round at Las Vegas. What a year this could be as Jeff Emig almost nonchalantly takes the checkered flag. Let's see who gets the whole shot. Will it be Jeff Emig once again as we're set for moto number 2 underway? Henry, the whole shot. Coming back with some vengeance, maybe. Albertine, Lawrence, Hughes, Emig, McCormick out in front. John Dowd having to restart after going down. Oh, bad break for Dowdy.
Ryan finally making that pass. Jeez, it seems like something's wrong.
He's still got the power, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of smoke. Imagine trying to breathe all that. I've been in traffic following some jerk in a car smoking like that. You want to get by as soon as you can. So you have to breathe it anymore. It has to mess with these guys' concentration a little bit. See all that smoke? Imagine it's pretty tough to see the line.
Emig to the inside, so he's following his teammate Hughes. Henry, starting out in second place in the first moto, slipped all the way back to ninth. And back in the pits, admitted to some fatigue in handling the heavier machine. Here comes Albertine. Albertine, our leader now.
That's a great pass. He's been making passes in that same section all day.
Jeremy McGrath looks to the outside, then it becomes the inside. McGrath makes the pass on Ezra Luft. Jeff Emig moving into second place. I'm not sure that he'll be able to catch Albertine, though, unless he really goes over the edge. And will he do that, risking injury, when he's in line for the Supercross title?
Well, if we keep reminding him, he just may not. But we heard his interview, and he says he wants to do everything he's got to do to win this race. And the way he caught up and passed Henry and the way he's charging right now, it doesn't look like he's holding back at all. He wants to win this.
The next motocross, Glen Helen. The checkers and the overall victory for Greg Albertine. So here in Moto 2, Henry holds on to a third, McGrath holds on to fourth. Mike Jodorowsky, a fine sixth-place finish, and seventh for Larry Ward will give him probably third overall once we check the official stats. Let's go to Marty.
Well, Los Angeles may have been the most overdue Supercross win in Greg Albertine's career, but I got to tell you, I think this may have been your most impressive win. What do you think?
Well, it sure felt great out there. Second moto really was easy. I pulled a good lead in the beginning and, just riding smooth, picking some good lines, and I saw Jeff and Doug weren't closing on me, so it was actually a really easy race.
By my count, it was like 18 seconds at the end.
Yeah, that's about right. I was just checking the pit board that Ian was giving me, and, just an easy race out there, man.
They both score the same number of points. Albertine will get the overall because of the better second moto. And Larry Ward puts Honda of Troy on the podium. Let's go back to Marty.
Second overall, still scores a lot of points, and there's always next week.
Yeah, I'm real happy for Kawasaki and Bridgestone because they do build me great bikes, and the bike was really good today. I just that second moto, I just didn't really charge like I could have. I kind of played it safe. I knew that Greg was on fire and he was riding great in the first moto, and so I knew once he got out there, that I either had to decide, okay, we're going to go wide open, or we're just going to back it down and take the second, and I. It's obvious what I chose.
We'll see you next week.
You bet.